Hello, everyone. I'm Diego Lacanda. Welcome to MMA Shock. I'm here with Erick Gonzalez, none other than the Ghost Pepper, who is fighting in short notice with Jim Miller this Saturday, 16th, on UFC Fight Night 195. This is not our first time, so welcome back, Erick. I'm glad to have you here.
Hey, thank you for having me back, man. It's always a pleasure coming back to a show that I've already been in.
Now, like I was saying before we started recording, I'm really happy for you, but I'm sure I'm not as happy as you are, right? So uh, you got to tell me how you're feeling, how everything happened.
Uh, First off, man, I just feel super blessed. I feel, very happy to earn this type of opportunity in my life and in my fight career. I wanted to get USC before I hit 30, so here it is, 29. So, it's a big, big stepping stone for me. I've hit, you know, um, as far as how this happened, I actually got the call on Tuesday afternoon through my management team, through Julian from Upgrade Management, and he called me. I was literally sitting on my desk, just chilling, browsing the web on YouTube, and he's like, I get on the call, I answer the phone. He's like, just stay on the line. I got someone else joining in. So then my other manager joined in, Marcos Bonilla. Uh, and they proceeded to tell me after we all, got the conference call going. He's like, hey, you know, um, the call is here, man. I hope you're ready. It's going to be against a veteran uh, who possibly might retire afterwards. Who knows? We'll see we'll see whatever he has lined up afterwards. Uh, and man, you're here, UFC. How's your weight? How you feeling? Are you ready? And you know, uh, of course I was ready, man. Of course I wasn't gonna say no. And yeah, man. As soon as I got off that phone call, I hit up my fiance, let her know what happened. Called my mom, let her know what's up. I then called my coach, and we started working game plan because it was a 10-day notice, so I have 8 days to prepare to for whatever Jim Miller brings to the table. Uh, so after that, I went straight on the 7 mile run, man, and ever since then, just been straight straight conditioning, man, straight training nonstop every single day, 3 times a day, 2 times a day, 2 to 3 times a day. So it's been a very exhausting week, and but I'm excited, man. My energy just keeps coming from in here, from my heart. So I'm excited, man. I'm very happy.
How heavy were you? Like, is it going to be a harder cut than previously, or this is just like you know?
I started at 178. So yeah, it's a little bit harder of a cut. Normally I get like a 3 month notice, 2 month notice at least. So I usually start around the same thing. Um, so it was a little bit. I had to cut my calories pretty significantly, so it kind of deprived me a little bit of energy. But I've been feeding myself, the what I need so my body can keep going and continuing to train. So it hasn't taken much out of me when it comes to training. I've still been able to do every single thing with full energy and full blast. My cardio is insane. So I've been just burning out my lungs every single day, man. And so yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a tough cut for the most part. I'm usually dropping any little less than 10 pounds of water, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to drop anywhere from 10 to 13 pounds of water is my guess. So it's and I so you know what it's gonna be a little hard, but you know what, it's everything. It's doable, man. You got a dream in front of you. It's already there. I mean, the hard part is just cutting the weight, and that's it, man. Then I get to have fun on Saturday.
And what's different? What's new? Like, what's it been like so far to be a UFC fighter? I mean, to me, as soon as you sign the contract, you're a fighter. I don't know if you're waiting to step onto the octagon and feel like a UFC fighter, but uh, what's it been like so far?
Uh,
Because I saw that you
it's
got a lot of free
mind
stuff
blowing,
and stuff
man.
like
It's
that.
Yeah, my management team, they always come through upgrade management. There's fucking best team in the world, best management team in the world by far. Uh, but I woke up the next morning, dude, after being told the news, and I was looking up my ceiling right when I got up because I had a hard time sleeping just from excitement, and I was just like in disbelief, man. I thought I was dreaming when I woke up. I was like, "There's no way, dude. I'm gonna be fighting next Saturday." Um, Short notice or not, I come prepared. But dude, it's been crazy, man. Social media is going off. Uh, now that my name's actually on the main card, my name's on there. Now that's when I actually felt like a fighter, like a UFC fighter. My name is on there because my contract was already signed. I had to go through a ton of paperwork and a ton of stuff that I had to, sign off on, and just, to get ready for the fight. I had to do some medicals that I had to do last minute. But everything's good, man. I fucking I felt like a UFC fighter as soon as I saw my name on uh on the main event, on the main card, which was crazy because I thought I was prelims. And then it turned out to be I got pushed up to the main card. I believe so. It's because of Holly Holm getting injured from the event. So but blessings happen in weird ways, and now I could show out on the main card and truly show everybody what I'm about.
Yeah, I think you are third to last. That's what I was looking at, and I mean,
Yeah.
you have such a tough opponent in front of you, and it's no surprise what he brings to the table. Like you know that. But how are you approaching this fight, especially in such notice? What adjustments are you doing, or what were you able to focus on in these 10 days?
As far as these 10 days, the only thing I could focus on is drilling submissions, man. I know Jim Miller is a big guy on submissions. He's great on the ground. I'm very underrated on the ground too. A lot of people think that maybe I'm not up to par with with Jim Miller, but man, I've been rolling for years, man. I've been doing no-gi for years. I've been doing MMA jiu-jitsu since I was 13, 15 years old actually was when I started doing MMA. So I've been doing nogi on top of when I first started wrestling at 13. So my ground game is very, very. It's gotten a lot better too over the years, man. Especially these past 2 years through COVID. I actually I am working currently at a restaurant, and work during the weekends. And since COVID happened, I was able to just be in the gym every single day. So the only thing that when on a 10-day notice that I could do is just practice drilling, him taking my back, him getting a guillotine choke, arm bars, and leg locks. Those are his go-tos. So everything that my camp has revolved around for this 8 days has been just drilling off of that, and getting in as many rounds as I can. And after training, I go straight to the treadmill and just burning out my lungs.
And what about your mindset? Because I mean, I know you don't shy away from veterans. I know you've been calling out Donald Cerrone and stuff like that, but just thinking that you have an opponent who's so experienced. I mean, he has almost as many losses as you have fights, right? So
Yeah.
mentally, how do you approach that?
Um, I don't worry about that, man. Especially when you're going into the big leagues, you can't worry about that type of shit. You go in there, you see what they do. Um, he's coming off 2 losses right now. So I think that I don't know if his age is getting to him. I can't say that for sure. I'm gonna just go in there and do what I do. But as far as his record and his history, I have everything to gain out of this. That's the way I look at it. I have literally everything to gain, man. I'm fighting a veteran with, like you said, man, with almost as many wins as almost as many losses as I have wins, and he's also fought some of the top guys in the world. You had Nate Diaz, Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira, all these freaking guys that are just top-notch guys, and I'll be stepping in here with him too. So I'll just be another one on the list that he got to fight. And as my journey goes on, and when I become world champ, uh, he'll he'll look back and be like, hey, I had that guy's first fight in his UFC. I welcomed him into the UFC, and I don't really care. And like you said, man, I don't shy away. I love a challenge. I love a guy that's gonna bring it up and bring the best out of me. And I think that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna bring everything. Uh, he's gonna bring the best out of me as a fighter, and I'm truly blessed to be able to step in the octagon with like a fighter such as Jim Miller, man.
How do you see this fight going down? I mean, you have the reach advantage, so I'm sure you're going to use that. But do you see yourself finishing first, second, third round? Like, what do you see yourself doing in the fight?
The game plan, which I don't, I have a feeling it'll go to the third round. I'm gonna have to, the first round. I don't want to really grapple too much just because we're gonna be dry. I really want to just get that sweat going, man. In the first round, I want to make sure that we're nice and sweaty. So then when we hit the ground or we hit the canvas, uh, I'm able to do what I can and have a little bit of that slippery edge. You know what I mean? Because we get in there and we fight, we got sweaty. Next thing you know, we get real slippery. and it'll help me create more scrambles. So I'm not in any rush to finish him in the first or second round. I'm really just trying to figure out what he's trying to do with me. I have an idea of what he wants to do, but things can change. It's a fight. Everything can change last second, and I really think that I'll finish him in the third round.
Right. And I mean, I figure you have the standard 3 fight contract, or did you just sign for this fight? What's the future looking like?
Actually, because it was a short notice fight, I have a 4 fight contract, so I was pretty blessed with that. Um, after this fight, I haven't really put much thought into it. As far as calling people out, I haven't put much thought into that. I will sit back with my manager after this fight and see what we can line up for myself. I'm not in any rush, man, to start calling if these rank guys and all that just because I beat Jim Miller. I think that the best way to take this is give me other 155ers, man. I'm ready to take anybody. And I think that the more fights I get, I mean, the more money I'm making. So why rush to the top rank guys when I could just, make more money through every fight and, start showing the world that, I could beat anybody. So whoever they put in front of me, it won't matter. Uh, but I definitely will have some people in mind. And, after the fight, I could start making some call outs and see what happens from there.
And speaking of money, you have a wedding ahead, right? So this couldn't have happened at a better time.
Yeah, man. I just got engaged after my fight, August 7th, with lights out, and I proposed to my fiance right after I took my win, and got 2 wins in one night. So it was pretty cool, man. I got to ask the love of my life to marry me in a place where I call my second home.
And she said, yeah. So that's awesome. But were you planning
Yeah.
on doing it regardless of the outcome, or if you had lost that fight, then maybe you wouldn't have proposed?
If I would have lost that fight, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it in the ring. That'd be unfair to the other fighter, taking away his shine just because I want to get engaged or want to get married. So I definitely would have just waited and probably hold out on it, maybe towards the end of the night. But luckily it went my way, so I didn't have to think about that.
Good, good. I mean, that's all from me, Eric. I think you have plenty of stuff to do. I don't want to take more of your time, but hopefully we get to talk again right after after the fight, so that you tell me how everything felt from your position. And best of luck to you, man.
Hey, thank you, man, for taking time out of your day. I'm always happy to come back, and you know, uh, just very excited, man. I'll definitely be giving you the play-by-play and how the first week of my UFC experience is gonna be from the beginning all the way to the end because we got much to talk about when I get back.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, I mean, thank you, Eric. For everyone watching, just remember Eric fights this Saturday 16th on UFC Fight Night 195 on the main card against Jim Miller. And we wish you the best, man. Talk to you soon.
Hey, I'll talk to you soon, brother. Thank you so much.